everyone. This is Yumi Gaming logging in, and the game is Stellaris Galaxy Command. So, today I will be going through the War in Heaven guide on how the War in Heaven takes place and what are the tips and tricks you should be aware of. First of all, I would like to apologize because I could not take a video shoot for War in Heaven because the War in Heaven started at a really odd time for me, and I all my time was taken up just to get to know how War in Heaven works, and I could not get any time to make a video out of it. But do not worry, I have taken a lot of screenshots with me, and I will be explaining to you all the details in depth so that you can understand on how the War in Heaven works, and you can you know get your strategies fixed and get your alliance ready for when War in Heaven starts at your server. So let's dive into it. So these are the rules of War in Heaven. I will go through them really quick, and if you want to read the rules again, you can go and have a look at the first War in Heaven video I had released like a few months back, a few weeks back actually. So the event intro, it's a conflict between two sides of humanity, and that is the COM and the UNE, and the conditions for participation are that the uh, alliance has to be like old and not a newly made alliance. Of course, this is so that you do not have alts spamming. Then the game strategy is divided into two stages. The first stage is materials collection. The amount of materials collected by each camp will determine their total fleet strength when the war begins. The second point is NPCs can send material collection fleets to destroy the enemy collection fleets or protect their own fleets from time to time. The amount of materials available will increase every time. There is a slight typo in here. It is the players can send fleets to destroy the enemy collection fleets, and it is not the NPCs. You do not have any NPCs attacking the material collection fleets. I hope this typo gets fixed later on. And like if you're seeing, if you're watching the video when the typo has been fixed, so do not worry. And then the material collections fleets are scattered throughout the system, and as we destroy enemy fleets collecting materials, we will gain some of their materials, and the material collection phase will last for 2 hours, and then the second stage will begin. The second stage is attack and defense, and as the name sounds, it is like one of the most crucial stages. Then the NPC will send fleets to attack the alliance capital of the hostile NPC. The fleet strength of NPC fleets can be decided by both the amount of the materials collected in the collection stage and the amount of territory that our NPC controls. This is a really important point. The second one, please do take note that the stage 1 can affect the amount of power your NPC's fleet has, and that can be a crucial aspect going forward, which we will be discussing in depth when we discuss the second stage. Each time that an alliance capital is occupied, it will garrison fleets to coordinate its defense. So it is not easy to retake any lost capital. You may join in this cruel offensive and defensive battle. The attack and defense stages last for 2 hours, just like the first one, and the after which the material collection stage starts again, and the cycle continues until one camp is decisively destroyed. Please do take note that PvP is encouraged in both these stages, and you will get that in more clarity as we move forward. So first, let's of course start off with the first stage. So I was a part of Pact of Iron, and we had ISC and COM united against UNE plus VOT. So the battle takes place in the neutral territories, I will go in the game and show you where the battle took place. So this is the map for any server. So as I said, we had ISC plus com combining ISC plus com combining against VOT plus UNE. So as you can see, the battle took place in these four regions that are owned by the NPCs, which players cannot gain control. So like you can see that we had like six sectors during the starting, whereas our opposite team had seven sectors when the match started, when the battle started. So it is there is an odd numbers of sectors between the two teams, so that there is one clean victor the after the event ends. And yeah, please do know that it is just having one more sector other than uh, compared to your other the compared to the other team does not give you a really big advantage. And if the other team is active, the one sector advantage will not really matter. Now on the screen you can look at, there are like boxes right below the name of the faction written, and they denote a certain number of 363,600 for Pact of Iron and 608,400 for Coalition of for Liberty. So these supplies determine the strength of your NPCs in the next stage, and these are the supplies you need to collect. And you can of course look at the live statistics of the supplies collected by each faction by looking at this screen. Next, after you click on any of the faction and then click on war information, right there you can look at the sectors that are currently under the respective factions. So if you click on any sector, you will straight be redirected to that particular sector. Next, so what are the material collection fleets? So you will find the material collection fleets in your sector. So if you are supporting ISC and com, you will find there are red material collection fleets across your capital, like swarmed in your capital. And as you can see in the there are I can in the picture in front of you, there are two material collection fleets right now, and you need to attack those material collection fleets to gain supplies for your faction. Attacking each material selection or collection fleet gives you 1200 supplies, and each material collection fleet has a power of 728,000 approximately. I will show you what are the composition of those in a minute. And there are also delivery fleets which have a power of around 3.3 million, and those are like the boxes you see in the screen right now. That blue box is our delivery fleet. And if you attack those delivery fleets, like the enemy delivery fleets, you get a 12,000 supply bonus, and you get a better amount of honor points. And you of course steal the supplies from your enemy for your from your enemy, so your enemy gets less supplies. So in front of you you can see that there are gathering fleet, and it has 200 pirate cruisers and 20 battleships, and it took us around 15,000 ammo to break that fleet. And we had like 14 million attacking it, and that is why it is advisable for people to go in groups and go into go into the sectors you own, and then attack the material collecting fleets that are present in that sector in groups, and gain up your honor points as well as stack up your supplies. This is the battle report for attacking the sorry yeah this is the battle report for attacking the transportation fleet, that is the delivery fleet. And the delivery fleet has 1125 cruisers with it, and it costed us like a whooping 33,000 supplies. Please do note the supplies I'm mentioning, because this will give you an idea of how much supplies are required for this particular event in Stellaris Galaxy Command. So you need to stack up like literally millions of supplies for your lands before the battle starts, as it is a huge supply monger. And also at the same time you need weeks of repair speed ups so that you can keep up with the pace of the battle. Another way to gain honor points is to click on your transportation fleet and then click on defend. I'm sorry, I do not have this screenshot right now. So if you when you click on your transportation fleet, you'll have an option of defending, and there you'll find an option to send any of your fleets to defend that particular transportation ship. So if one of your fleet accompanies that transportation ship to the delivery wait a minute to the delivery station safely, so you will gain 1000 honor points like easily. So this is a really good way and a good and lazy way of earning honor points, and this has a little risk, because there like generally people are raiding in their own sectors and not going to their enemy sectors, because they might find fleets there and they are avoiding it purposely. And of course this is risky as well, because if the transportation fleet gets attacked, you might just lose your whole fleet along with it. But you can see what are the composition of any transportation fleet, even if it is an enemies. So you can look out for transportation fleets that are being accompanied by any defending fleets, so you can be on your toes as well. I think this is a feature they should roll back. Well, that's just my opinion. Now there are delivery stations for each sector. So one strategy is like you can guard your sectors so that there is no ambush along the way, because delivery fleets can give you 12,000 supplies straight away. So if enemy takes down your delivery fleet, the enemy gets the 12,000 supplies, and if your delivery fleets complete the delivery, you get 12,000 supplies. So the first stage, as the name suggests, like it is a battle for the delivery ships, as well as grinding down the material collection fleets that are collected in your sectors. So I'll repeat again. There are like three objectives of the first stage. The first is uh, attacking all the material gathering fleets in your present in your sector, and that is like a huge grinding process. The second is to safely escort your delivery fleets to the delivery station, and the third is to take down enemy delivery fleets so that you can gain more supplies. Now there is a particular way of tracking down the enemy delivery fleets, and of course the enemy can track your delivery fleet as well. So if you just zoom in a bit and you can see the so that you just are able to see the lines, you can see that you can look at those boxes and track your enemy supply fleets when they are moving. This is only effective when the enemy delivery fleet is in transit between two particular solar systems, and you will not be able to look at them if they are in a particular solar system. Like there won't be any markers there. They are just available when they are moving to and fro. Now how to track the delivery station in your particular sector. So it is I would say a completely hit and trial method, or you can also look track your delivery fleets and look at where they go and like which systems they go through and through. But of course it is easier to track it down because there are not so many systems to look at. You just need to look at a couple of them. One more thing I would like to bring to notice is that you do not have to worry about the travel time, because you will be able to travel really quick because there is somewhat of a gateway system that has been developed, and you will be able to reach the NPC sectors where the battle is taking place within a span of around 10 to 15 minutes, depending on what ship are you using. So I used battleships and I reached in around 10 to 15 minutes. Then the second thing is really important, that is you need to be aware of the shield. So the shield is indicated by the blue bar that is right below the fleet, as you can see in the on the screen right now, and you need to be aware of that. And if it depletes to zero, you need to go back to your station, because then uh, the main hull starts taking damage and you'll eventually lose the fleet if you do not pay attention to that. And as you can see, our enemy in the battle had a huge fleet guarding their delivery station, so that we do not ambush the delivery fleets and you know get them. So the strategy plays out a good here, because all the material collecting fleets are present in only the capital. So if everyone is gathered in the capital attacking the material collection fleets, then there is a scope for the enemy to rally right near the delivery point of the the delivery destination and attack all the delivery fleets coming through. Since the delivery fleets are really slow, they are like good game for attacking, and you need to guard them diligently if you want to score points. So yeah, now let's move on to the second stage. The second stage, you have to attack and defend your territories. So after you enter the second stage, you will look at these contention dots right in front of your screen. This shows that these sectors are in battle and there is gonna be one victor. So you need to go to the war information page again when the second stage starts, and look at which territories you need to capture back so that you win the war. And of course you need to have higher territory count compared to your opponent to win the war. Now, as you can see that this territory is not owned by us, and there are a lot of defense fleets right there. So that is 1.4 million into 3 defense fleets guarding that particular sector. Now there is an important role of the attacking fleet, because this NPC helps you tank. So what you need to be careful when attacking sectors is that you need to wait for the attacking fleet to come, and after that you engage. Your You must be knowing tanking, that the first fleet who engages is the one who tanks. So one important point to note is that you need to wait for the attacking fleet to come and tank for before you take the sector, so that you do not suffer any losses. The other thing is that you should not let your fleet near the sector capital, because it will engage them in auto attack and your fleets will get sucked in. Please please do take note of it, because I made that error and I had a loss of 100 battleships. I will just show you the report right now. So as you can see, we suffered a 2.5 2.6 million loss, and we of course had a kicked 4.2 million, and it costed us around 100,000 supplies. And this report is like the most unfortunate report I have ever had in Stellaris Galaxy Command, and I lost 100 battleships because I just flew too close to the sector capital, and I was like rallying with my friends, but the path was like from right next to the sector capital, and my fleet just got sucked in, even though I was not attacking them. And as you can see, the defending fleets have a lot of cruisers and battleships in there. So I would like to repeat to please do wait for your NPC to start attacking before you jump in. So it is important for your alliance to coordinate whether NPC fleets, attack fleets are showing up, and you straight rush there and grab that particular sector. Next, an important point to note is that you must be seeing that that particular sector, the red sector, is being occupied by enemy, but we have got blue cargo, blue delivery fleets coming out of it, and the same goes for this. We have occupied the sector, but we got a red delivery fleet coming out of it. So how is that possible? So let's take an example. Listen to this particular example really carefully. uh, I'll be taking the second picture as the main focus for my example. So say there's a blue A team which has territories 1 to 6 under its control at the beginning. So the territories at the beginning determine what delivery fleets will come out of that particular sector. So say blue A has 1 to 6 territories under it, and the red team has 7 to 13 territories under it. Like the territory name 1 2 3 4 5 6 is under blue A, and 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 is under red B. So say blue A capture red B's territory number 10. Then the ensuing picture will be like this, that is, that particular territory will have a blue flag above it. So when the stage 2 ends, and if the that particular sector has a blue flag on it, then normally it should spawn red material collecting fleets, so that the enemy fleets can attack it and gain supplies. But the spawn of the material collecting fleets and the delivery fleet coming out of that sector depends on the original owner of that particular sector. So even though blue A had conquered this sector of territory 10 from red B, the sector is still spawning blue fleets, so that the red team can supposedly attack it, and the delivery uh, coming out of that sector is red. So do keep that in mind on where you can find your, like, the grinding material collection fleets. You need to look in your own sector, and capturing the sectors would not help you gain any extra bonus, except that you will of course win the war and you will have a stronger attack fleet. So the major requirements for preparing for the war in heaven is stacking up weeks of speed ups and stacking up millions of supplies. Next, we come down to the rewards. The individual rewards is with more than 700,000 honors, you get 70,000 battle rank XP, 500,000 to 700,000. You gain a 50,000 battle rank XP, and you can read the others. And then there are camp rewards. Each camp will be ranked based upon the honors accumulated by individual players who can gain additional bank rank XP. The victory rewards, the top 50 ranked individual players in the winning camp can gain additional victory rewards. So this is the ranking we had. We can see that we I was up I was part of Pact of Aaron, and we did lose the war, and the Coalition for Liberty won the war, and New Smith got around 100,000 battle XP because he surpassed the individual 700,000 honor points. So he got like the 70,000, plus he got 30,000 bonus for being the rank 1 in his particular faction. So there is a battle rank XP gained from two areas. The first one is your individual collection, and the other is your ranking. Then we have the battle rank. The rank intro is you can gain battle rank XP through participation in the war in heaven. You can gain additional battle rank perks at high battle rank levels in the battle rank XP shop. Exclusive items will be unlocked according to your rank level. Each player's battle rank will be reset each season, and the battle rank XP shop will determine your rank level will determine which items are available to purchase. Each session, the battle rank XP shop will offer new and different items. Available items might include the following: ship design fragments, weapon fragments, component fragments, ship skins, season emojis, and leaders, etc. So this was our guide for War in Heaven. I hope you understood what I was trying to convey. If you got any other questions, please do comment below, and I will definitely answer it to your heart's content. I will of course be posting a video for the War in Heaven as well, video guide with all the battles taking place, so that you can understand it better. And thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you like my content. And see you soon.